Hello, I'm host Eric, talking with Finnish people, and I want to talk today about hierarchy and ethics of YouTube and ethics of the internet in general, and the annoyingness that I'm having to deal with right now in terms of those sort of thoughts. Well, let me begin by talking about a little bit more about Australia, and also about some other person that I once made a comment about, and them I don't even know. But well, first let me start with that other person from a while back, where they put some sort of comment basically calling me out on my bullshit and saying I'm being a douchebag and stuff. And I said,
Calling you out on what?
calling me out on my bullshit, it was a video where I was being a dick. I was like being alpha guy or whatever. And she was just calling me out on it, just saying like, you're just as much a douchebag as the person you're talking about. And my response to it was, basically, well, this is one of a lot of videos I have. It does represent one small portion of myself, but it's not really most of my stuff's not like this. And I know what her comment said also was that you're just one big insecurity or something like that, producing one big insecurity. So I said, well, I certainly do have my insecurities, and I am not trying to say I don't. And I'm not particularly interested in defending those breach points anymore, though. But thank you very much for watching, and maybe if you try some of my other videos, you might like them better. Something like that. I don't know, something nice. And then the person was all like, "Oh, I feel so embarrassed now. I should never have said those things." Like that kind of a response. Like I made them feel bad by doing that. Like they would have been happier if I had been a dick about it, right? What is making it do that? Why is it wiggle like that? I don't like that. This fucker needs to not park here. I want to go smash his windows in. It's such a fucking stupid thing to do. Park right there. What an asswipe. Anyway. So I didn't know how to process that, because my intention was not to make her feel bad. My intention was to concede the point, basically, and say, but, I'm not a totally awful person. You might enjoy some of my nicer videos or something like that. But so I still don't know how to quite deal with that. Do I try to not be nice? I don't know. And then this whole Australia thing. I'm struck by the responsibility that comes along with just making videos and putting them on YouTube, because there's a power difference between us. So, she's trying to. She doesn't want to concede everything. She's not satisfied with my, let's divvy it up with, you get the concessions that I made, and you concede these points that I insist you conceded, Granted, she really does have nobody but herself to blame on some level, because she kept pushing and fighting with me about shit, but that's fine. The point being, it doesn't matter if she has herself to blame, or me to blame, or anybody else to blame. The fact is, it's not fair. She can't fight fairly against me, and that bothers me immensely. I mean, she's not really fighting is the problem. If she would just really fight, which means, she's trying to do like, I'm just gonna make a little comment here, a little one sentence thing, and a little one sentence thing here, and that's not a bad strategy, but it's not actually, but it's a strategy. And at this point, or at any point, she needed to realize that I'm not the one to do that with, for sure. To be like, I have an approach towards winning this fight without actually winning the argument. That's never going to work for me. It's never going to work on me, and it's never going to work with me. But the point is, I can sit here and talk about it, and she could leave a comment. She'd be welcome to be on the video and talk to me. That's fine. She's basically, she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to be seen or heard. So I mean, I don't feel like I think I'm doing my due diligence in terms of making sure that I address these issues a little bit.
Sharing about that life?
Huh?
Sharing about that life?
Sharing about that life? Well, I'm sharing about the channel, because there's been a bunch of...
No, I'm saying she doesn't want to get on video because she ain't about that life.
Oh yeah, she ain't about that life, you're right. because she's an introvert. She doesn't want to expose her identities to the world all the time. But the point is, I can't fix it. I can't make it fair because it requires public participation to make it fair. And I don't like hierarchy. I don't like having an advantage like that in any sort of dispute. It makes the dispute meaningless. The disputants have to be on relatively equal footing for me to want to engage in the dispute at all, because otherwise, I remember my ex-wife used to do this periodically, especially towards the end. She would fucking beat the shit out of me until I verbally beat her up, basically. And started calling her out on her shit and be like, well, why do they, what is this? There's a contradiction here. Why? And then she began crying, and I'd be like, fucking Christ, why do you do this to me? I do not want to argue with you. I do not want to verbally beat you up. But you are fucking baiting the shit out of me for an endless amount of time. Eventually I'm gonna just be like, alright, fine then. So, that's that, y'all. So if you ever feel as though I'm treating you unfairly, please know that I'm very receptive to that. I don't have an official ombudsman, but I believe in my own ability to be an unbiased ombudsman in general. Probably don't need an ombudsman, but it's always nice to have things that have big, weird, old labels on